Good morning, crypto maniacs. It's the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto, thanks for tuning in. Guys, will the real Satoshi please stand up? Came across an article, a thread there on Reddit, questioning, is there any merit to what Craig Wright saying that he's Satoshi? I read his recent post on Medium, which led me to question, who's really Satoshi? I've heard some wild conspiracies out there, and I wanted to go over a few of them with the boomers today. Could it be Craig Wright? Could it be the NSA deep state? Is it the AI singularity? Is it a group of people or just one person? We're going to be addressing all that. Will the real Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, please stand up or stay anonymous, really, for the boomers out there? But we're going to be talking about possibilities here in the population of the chat box. But first, let me shout out everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you're touching all the buttons for me, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Stay tuned in to the good crypto word that we spread here daily out here, guys. Again, if you're just tuning in, we'll be discussing who the real Satoshi Nakamoto could be after a Reddit thread that I came across today that's trending over there on the crypto Reddit. Questioning if there's any merit to Craig Wright's claims of being Satoshi. And you know how I feel about that funny bunny out there. Could it be Craig? I don't think so. Is it the NSA deep state? We have some evidence that supports that, and I wanted to share it with the boomers. Is it some AI singularity? That's some deeper conspiracy theories that are interesting to entertain. And could it be the AI singularity, even deeper conspiracies that we could entertain? Is it a group of people, just one person? We'll be talking about that today. Shout out to Cliff Martin, Money Bags, and the rest of the boomers tuning in. Guys, touch the buttons for me. Button up out there. Stay clean. Stay clean. Button up. And touch all the buttons for me. The like, to subscribe, post notification bells. Bing, bing, bing. You guys know the deal. Today we'll be talking about several ideas, conspiracies, been put forth of who the real Satoshi really is after I came across a post on Reddit that's questioning if there's any merit to Craig Wright's claims of being Satoshi. Is it Craig Wright? Is it NSA deep state? Is it AI singularity? Is it a group of people, just one person? We're going to be asking those questions today. Let me shout out Mike, Moneybags, and Cliff, and the rest of the boomers out there in the population of the chat box. Before we get into who the real Satoshi is or could be, let's go ahead and check out today's mathematics. Let me turn off these coins and see how healthy the coin market caps are looking this morning. Here's my screen. Market cap currently at $120 billion worldwide. Bitcoin dominance remains about the same, 52.8. And not much actions today. Things are going somewhat sideways. Look at this Bitcoin 7-day graph. It's nice, and it looks like a completely sideways, like a table here. So that's good, if you ask me. 36.37 there on the price of Bitcoin. Ethereum back in number 2 spot, $120. Its graph is a little bit more aggressive than Bitcoin's. We've been talking about Ether, is if the death of Ether, as they plan on upgrading to the Constantinople. Let's see what happens. Ripple, I don't like it. Litecoin, $43. Litecoin booming out there. Shout out to Cliff. I know you're holding bags out there. EOS at 284, looking sexy as well. One of the top 10 coins that's really moving today. Bitcoin Cash at 121. Tether, no need to talk about that. Tron at 2 cents. Taking a dip. There you go. Tron losing. Tron is looking weak compared to some of these other top 10 coins. Stellar at 7 cents, excuse me. Binance continues to make movements. It seems like Binance will be launching a public test net of their decentralized exchange sometime by the end of the month, if I'm not mistaken. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, that's led by the gentleman that I believe is the fake Satoshi. He claims he's the real Satoshi, Craig Wright. We're going to be talking about that today, as well as other ideas and or conspiracies as to who the real Satoshi Nakamoto could be. Cardano at 4 cents, down today as well, but not looking that bad. Monero at $48. Monero's looking all right as well. IOTA at 27, and then Dash at 82. Let's see some Neo here. Neo at 825, up 4% today, looking all right. Neo apparently is going to launch Neo 2.0, is it? If I'm not mistaken, Neo, the Chinese Ethereum, they're about to have a summit, some sort of conference next month, if I'm not mistaken, and they're going to make some announcements. So you know how it is. People may be buying the rumors in anticipation to sell the news. Shout out to Mike Beasy. BNB testnet set for the 20th. Yeah, by the end of the month, February 20th, Binance Decentralized Exchange Testnet will be launching. Queen's Races is correcting me. It's Neo 3.0. I said 2.0. Okay, Neo 3.0. There we go. Tron finished their airdrop gimmick, says CryptoZilla. Let's see. It's losing some steam there over there on Tron. Cliff Martin says 100% champ. Litecoin boomer out over here. Indeed. Electro Gaming is in the box. Good morning to you. Adrian says you have more chances to have Slim Shady stand up with Satoshi. No way. There you go. We'll be talking about who Satoshi is. It may be Slim Shady. Right? Indeed. Adrian's in the box. Cliff Martin says playing with FOMO 3D for the first time through $1 out there. I'm not interested in those games, but you know, they're games, so maybe you are entertaining yourself. Queen's Racist says, good afternoon, champ. Are you happy about Neo? It looks all right that it's moving up. You know, it's still down as compared to where it was at before, but it's nice to see things moving on up northward. Good morning, my crypto brother, says Double X. Shout out to Bit Papa Kabooms, Pepe El Toro Kabooms. The boomers are starting to congregate here after it looks like people showed up late today. It's like the first 5 minutes here, it was like no one in the box, but now we have some people in the box. Guys, today we'll be talking about the real Satoshi Nakamoto. Will the real Satoshi please stand up? There's an thread there trending on Reddit that's asking if there's any merit to Craig Wright's claims of being Satoshi after Craig Wright just posted a few days ago a lengthy article on Medium, which he gave some excuses as to why he won't sign his public keys or whatnot. You know, Craig Wright, the creator of Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, is making claims that he is the real Satoshi. We don't believe him. As far as Champagne and the boomers, I don't think we believe him at all, but we'll be talking about that. It just led me to question all these people have claimed that they're Satoshi. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories, ideas out there as to who the real Satoshi is, my little cousin. And today we're going to be talking about some of those ideas. I keep telling you, Satoshi's AI, also Twitter is run by AI, says Pepe. We're going to be talking about that. Is it the AI singularity? I came across a video that I'm going to share with you guys later on in this broadcast that makes a pretty interesting conspiracy theory that the singularity already occurred and that the Bitcoin network is part of that. I think Satoshi's actually laying down forever, says BitPapa. That may be the case. We'll be talking about that. Or was it created by the NSA deep state? There's some information there. I came across another article I wanted to share with you. Some say it's a group of people or one person. We'll be addressing all those issues today. Shout out to BitPapa, Pepe El Toro, Queen's Races, Double X, BitPapa, Pepe El Toro again, D-Rock Queens, Mike Measy, CryptoZilla, Cliff Martin, all the crypto brothers are here, Electric Gaming, and the rest of the boomers. Adrian 760 is here, a new boomer. Welcome to the population of the chat box, guys. Touch all the buttons right now. Touch them, button up, and make sure we knock this broadcast to the front of the search results. Although we're shadow banned, the boomers continue to swing that Bitcoin crypto axe, ready to chop up the markets out here. Indeed, let me drop a bomb for all the boomers. NSA made encryption. So there you go. So we're going to be talking about that in that NSA deep state possibility. Craig Wright is the fake Satoshi. I think so. I think so. So here it is. I'm going to share you my screen over there on the Reddit cryptocurrency. And I'm not too fond of Reddit. Reddit has a kind of some crypto cucks out there. Reddit's kind of gotten soft. But I came across this thread and, you know, it made me question who really is Satoshi. So this is trending over there on Reddit. Is there any merit to Craig Wright's claims of being Satoshi? It links over to Craig Wright's article on medium.com. He's making another attempt to take the title of Satoshi. And then this posters ask those that believe this to be true, why, and those who don't buy it, why not? And some of the responses, the majority of the responses, people are not buying the hype out here. Not my real name on Reddit says, as stated by another here, proving himself Satoshi will be no more difficult than moving Bitcoin out of Satoshi's wallet. Real simple. Since he can't, he's making floods of proof is only his option, which of course only proves he's not the real Satoshi. Okay, another person, Plasma Smoke out there says, it's simple really, move the coins, anything else is just BS. Another poster, Block Chainery says, absolutely not. Craig Wright is a pathetic imposter. Besides, Nick Szabo is almost certainly partly entirely Satoshi. And then it links to an article. Apparently, in 1998, this gentleman, Nick Szabo, designed a mechanism for a decentralized digital currency he called BitGold, says Moonboy Lambos on Reddit. BitGold was never implemented, but has been called a direct precursor to the Bitcoin architecture. Okay, so apparently BitGold out there. So that's something to consider. I don't have much information about Nick Szabo's and the evidence other than that, but it's something to consider. Another gentleman on Reddit says, no, Sketchy Munter. He says, no, Satoshi was always someone or people that prefer to be in the shadows, not in the limelight, and not to be known. This goes completely against what Craig Wright is like. Kaboom! Cliff Martin, always treat chilling with the champ. Kaboom! Litecoin. Shout out to Cliff Martin, one of our boomer brothers, a sniper in the foxhole shooting at whatever it is out there. He's got $2 on it on the super chat. Guys, do you have 2? Do you have 5 on it? Here in the population of the chat box, chop it up. Don't show up to the party empty-handed. Drop a little bit in the bucket. Follow the leader out there. Shout out to Lucian. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Impatient Potato, Pepe, Mike, Who Me, and CryptoZilla. So following along this thread, you could see this post linked there to Craig Wright's Medium article that he posted back on a few days ago, February 8th. And he gives some excuses as to why he's not moving the coins out of the original wallet. He addresses this in the later part of the article, saying, sign and we'll believe you. This is out of his article, and I'm quoting, there's a real problem with such a call from Core for me to sign, says Craig Wright in his article. There are a number of downsides I will not discuss, and a couple I will. You asked to see my keys. Well, if you're in effect asking to see my bank statement, doing so is the opposite of what Bitcoin is about. I really do not care if you like that. You cannot tell what I have or do not have. It is a form of information asymmetry that I desire to preserve. Okay. Most critically, why should I? He says. What, may I ask, am I to gain in return? He says. You see, it's a contract negotiation, and you have little or nothing I desire. Sorry, but it's so entirety. So is this the entirety of the scenario? Information asymmetry. He keeps on going, saying, you know, what could he get out of it? It's basically saying, if I sign, the next attack is simple. He says, I stole the keys. No matter what I do, there's no path from proof of social media to acceptance of me. So he keeps giving more excuses and more excuses. We don't believe him. You could read his entire article and see, you know, give him a chance and see if you believe him. But I certainly don't. Queen's Races says $2 there in the super chat. Boom. He says super chat is open. Boomers indeed. Boom. Shout out to Queens Races, always showing love every single day. Follow the leader out there, Queens. I appreciate you, Queens. Thank you so much. $2 in the super chat. Do you have 2 on it? Boomers, follow the leaders. Queens, Cliff Martin, all the super chat funds go to Baby Champagne's Formula Fund. You know, we feed him formula with whey protein so he can stay strong, unlike some of the fake Satoshis out there. Definitely, they're probably sipping soy. You know, they're sipping soy, guys. If someone proved that they could move coins from the wallet, it would scare everyone that the Bitcoin could be dumped on the market, says Truce. Yeah, but at this point, I don't believe that this gentleman, Craig Wright, is in support of this Bitcoin core. He's trying to push his coin, so maybe that could benefit him, you know. So I don't believe him either how, but you make a point, but I don't think this guy's got the keys. He could there's several things he could do, and you could read this thread over there on Reddit, people responding, but you know, it's simple. If he really is Satoshi, why claim it? Okay, and if you're gonna claim it, then you got to back it up. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of BS. Kaboom! Bit Papa showing love. Bit Papa, another boomer out there. He's got $2 on it today, guys. Everybody showing love today. Bit, Queens Races, Cliff Martin here in the super chat bucket. Thanks again to Bit Papa, our crypto brother. Shout out to you indeed. CryptoZilla says, what could he get out of it? But he's been happy to say he is Satoshi. But no, I don't get anything out of claiming this. Yeah, this guy's he seems like a completely illegitimate Satoshi. He's not the real one. D-Rock says, why should he show his privacy? I think it's all hype and keeps him in the spotlight for his project. But I agree. Why should he have to prove it? He went fishing and caught some. Yeah, why should he have to prove it? Because he's out here making claims. Okay, he's making claims. That's why he needs to prove it. So if he wants to stay anonymous, then just shut up. Don't make any claims out there stating that you're Satoshi. But as soon as you want to make the claims, then you have to back it up. You know, if not, otherwise, just keep your mouth shut. So that's why I don't believe that he has the keys, and neither does Truth. He says, I don't believe that Craig has the keys. Neither do I. Mike Measy with $2 out here. Boom! Mike Measy, first time super chatting. Boom. Mike, thank you. One of our newer crypto brothers here in the population of the chat box. I appreciate you, Mike. Thank you so much for the $2. Definitely I well appreciated out there. And the dollars continue to fall out the sky. Thanks a lot to Mike Measy. Everybody shout out Mike. Kaboom, says Cliff Martin. Queens Racist says, welcome to the super chat. Bless the champ. He's always positive. Thank you, Queens. And you're always positive as well. I appreciate you. Teska's here, one of our crypto chick. I'm still here, champ, catching up on some news. Hey, everyone. Shout out to Tess Cooks for you out there, cooking up the good meals for the crypto brothers. Indeed. Mike Measy out there. I appreciate you once again. Derek says, show the proof or shut the hell up. I agree, Derek. CryptoZilla says Bitcoin SV as being the most pure form of Bitcoin is somewhat true, but what makes it not Bitcoin is because Craig Wright is clearly the owner and ruler of the hash of Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Right? It's basically centralized to him, you know, if the way I understand it. Electro Gaming says if the real Satoshi did present himself, he would make himself a huge target in the world. And that's true. And that's why if he really was Satoshi, why would he even be claiming it at this point? Just so that he can promote another blockchain? I doubt it, guys. I doubt it. I'm not believing it. So those articles are linked down below if you want to read more about Craig Wright. But since I came across that thread today, it led me to ask the question, you know, who really is Satoshi? And what are some of the wild conspiracy things, ideas that some are presenting as to who Satoshi really is? Yeah, champ, but if he keeps fishing, it creates a wave of topics with his name being mentioned. It's just the way he stays relevant. The longer he says it and doesn't prove it, the longer he's in conversation. Right. And, you know, you make a point, and maybe we shouldn't even address him and give him any attention out there. You make a point, D-Rock. Who Me says, what do you think about the AGI Singularity Netcoin? I heard something about that. You know, I don't know how much I believe it or not, but we'll be addressing a conspiracy today that Bitcoin is indeed an AI singularity. So we'll be talking more about that. CryptoZilla says, and Craig Wright is super proud of all his patents for this and that, but countered the decentralized crypto right there. Indeed. Craig saying that he has keys is funny bunny. Indeed, it's funny bunny. Let's go ahead and throw the bunny out and snipe him out the box. Who's calling him out there? Kaboom. Satoshi is your cousin. That's right. That's who really Satoshi is. He's all our cousins. We're all Satoshi family out here. D-Rock says, snipe him out the box, champ. Indeed. Derek says, how many people claim to be prophets through time? People will always claim shit with no proof. Right. But it's real easy for him to prove it. He could just sign something, a transaction out of the wallet. It could be a small transaction and that's it. Boom. It's just a simple thing. He makes excuses as to why he can't do that in his latest medium.com article, and it's linked down below, guys. Anyway, let's talk about another idea or theory as to who is Satoshi Nakamoto. This is out of ccn.com, recently posted the 6th of February. 4 reasons to believe the deep state or the NSA created Bitcoin. This is posted by Wes Messamore over there on ccn.com. Number 1, they did create part of it for sure. Now, if you guys don't know, this is actually fact. SHA-256, the algorithm, the secure hashing algorithm, which is an essential part of Bitcoin's architecture, it is an NSA hash function algorithm first published in 2001. So that hash function algorithm is indeed created by the NSA. Okay, that part is true. And then you can see this video by Andreas Antonopoulos about how the Bitcoin protocol works. A really excellent lecture of SHA-256 and how it's used by the Bitcoin protocol. SHA-256 is a set of instructions designed and written by the United States National Security Agencies that tell a computer to follow a series of mathematical steps with any input in the form of a string of information of any size, says the article. Number 2 reason, Satoshi Nakamoto means central intelligence. This is something new. I never came across this yet. So this says here, shows a screenshot from Wikipedia and Ancestry.com saying that the word Satoshi could mean intelligent. in Japanese. Okay, and then that the Nakamoto name meaning Japanese central origin. So now this could be a giant coincidence, but it's likely that it is one. What is indisputable is that whoever created Bitcoin used central intelligence in Japanese as their moniker. Of course, that's not proof. It's the CIA that created Bitcoin, says the article. It could have been the NSA that named Bitcoin's pseudonymous creator CIA in Japanese as a joke to throw people off the trail. Okay, or is it possible that non-deep state programmers did this as a joke or red herring? Another question. Now, number 3 reason that this could be created by the NSA, according to this article, is how a cryptocurrency benefits this deep state. The deep state would want cryptocurrency to exist, says this article. As Bitcoin critics like to say, it's something perfect for organizations that have clandestine operations, like the CIA is known to have. It is a way for the deep state to have a financial infrastructure outside the watchful gaze and control of institutional finance on Wall Street. The deep state would have loved to have cryptocurrency backed during the Iran-Contra with Oliver North, who ran a secret operation to move money from the Middle East to Nicaragua, says the article. And number 4 reason is the Department of Justice Cybercrimes prosecutors explains how Bitcoin helps the FBI catch criminals. So it seems like number 3 and number 4 are at odds, if you ask me. Crypto makes it easier for the deep state to hide what it's doing, but it also makes it easier for them to see what criminals are doing, says this article. In this lecture about cybercrime drama, so fantastic it could be a fictional movie plot. The thing about Bitcoin, it is not private. It's completely transparent. Every account, every amount, and every transaction is all available on a giant public document. Okay, so some are saying it's a way to track everybody, and it actually helps the deep state. And we've questioned this earlier this week or last week. You see Jack Dorsey putting up a Lightning Network or whatnot, creating what arguably is like a Bitcoin central bank. And now I see, you know, more of those suits getting into the game. Is this a Trojan horse? We've asked about that before. Queen's Racist says, true champ, everybody talks about NASA creating Bitcoin. It's just crazy how everybody now is investing in something and we don't know the creator. That's true. That's true. You make a point. People are what seems to be investing in the idea rather than the creator. So, you know, there's arguments that are for and against the benefits of that. Let me hit refresh. I think that we may have gotten knocked offline. Boomers, let me know if you could still read me. It says that, okay, we're back online. I don't know if I got knocked off there, but drop a comment here. You know, Roger that, 1040. You read me out there, guys. K. Archie says, I see you. All right, thank you. Still on 5x5. All right, Cliff Martin. Cliff Martin says, this is why that's why I invest in the lights. Yeah, but the lights uses the same Bitcoin protocol, basically. True says, we booming. Queen's Racist says, we hear you. K. Archie says, 10-4. Roger that. Roger that. Okay, you guys read me. You never know. We could be getting cut off here by the deep state. You never know what's happened in the past. They don't want us to win out here, guys. It's okay. We'll continue to push forward. Now, let's talk about another possibility here. Was Bitcoin created by an artificial intelligence to rule the world? I have a video linked down below by UFO Today. And I'm not going to play the video because it's not mine, but I'll read you some excerpts from that video, or a longer excerpt, actually, that I found interesting, okay? And this is from that video, and it's linked down below. So if you want to see it in its entirety, but here's a quote from the video that I'll be reading to you guys. Current estimations state that the Bitcoin network has a hash rate of around 8 million terahashes per second. That's 8 million trillion hashes per second. To put that in perspective, if you would combine the computing power of the top 500 supercomputers in the world, the Bitcoin network would have at least 200 times more computing power. So it's kind of like the biggest computer, or the most powerful one, arguably. This is where it gets interesting. If we go back to who invented and created the Bitcoin protocol, it seems that the developer had some inhuman programming skills, says this quote from the video that I have linked down below. If there was one man that could find a weak spot in the Bitcoin protocol, it would be him. a programmer that tested it in 2008. I forgot the name of the gentleman, but it's listed there in the video. After he studied the code, he found 9 possible ways to compromise the system, but every single time he started his attack, the system would return the following message to him: attack removed. To make me, that makes you think, would it be possible that the reason for Bitcoin code to be so perfect is the fact that the code wasn't created by a single extremely skilled developer or even a team of skilled developers? Instead, could the code have been generated by a highly advanced artificial intelligence? Think about it. Bitcoin just happened. Scientists all over the world are trying to create artificial intelligence using extreme hardware and complex code bases. As far as we know, no team has succeeded thus far, as far as we know. But could it be that such an artificial intelligence already exists? It's still a mystery how life on Earth began and what our origins are. Since the dawn of the first computer, these systems have become more complex and more interconnected with each other. We don't know what the motives of such AI could be, but we can assume that it would be like to, what does this article say? No, it's getting cut off. I'm sorry, guys. We don't know what the motives of such AI would be, but we can assume that it would like to get its digital hands on a better infrastructure. That's where the Bitcoin protocol comes into the picture. Instead of hacking other systems to gain access to more computing power, this rogue AI created Bitcoin so people would just give it more computing power. Because it created the protocol, it could have built a backdoor to insert its code into the existing code base and take control of the Bitcoin network, says this conspiracy that I'm linked down below here. It's a video. We have established that the current Bitcoin network is the largest supercomputer in the world. Thus, the AI would be able to grow at a hyper exponential rate in a matter of seconds. Once it has entered its code to the Bitcoin platform, it will immediately start improving itself and take out any system that would be able to take down the Bitcoin network. Okay, guys, I could continue reading, but I'm not. I'll have it linked down below if you want to see this video. I was just reading quotes from that video, and the title of the video, it's linked down below, is "Was Bitcoin Created by an Artificial Intelligence to Rule the World?" It's an interesting theory. I don't know if I'm believing it, but it's definitely interesting and entertaining. K. Archie says it's probably what it actually is, a damn quantum computing thinking. AI needs to take down Ripple database, says Truth. Crypto Power says, salute Champagne Crypto. As a man of style and class, I drink champagne while soy boys drink milk. Health and wealth to all here. Shout out to Crypto Power. As long as the AI doesn't steal my money, then he's cool, I guess, says Queen's Racist. Mike Measy says, I bet Edward Snowden knows. Indeed, he said that, or there's some evidence that says that Snowden is linking Bitcoin to the NSA. And we just talked about the reasons why the NSA deep state may be creators of Bitcoin. Champagne, what would you do if you had 1,700 in the Micster? I'm sorry, 1,700 euros. I'm in that dilemma if to buy half Bitcoin or about 40 Litecoin. The Micster, I'm not a crypto advisor, but if you like to follow our community portfolio, check out our prior videos where we've been managing $10,000 virtually. And I'll tell you, we have Bitcoin in that folder, not Litecoin, although Litecoin is looking attractive nowadays. I can't say either or. I think Bitcoin was an accident. That's why it hasn't been replicated or replaced yet, says D-Rock. Sometimes the right ingredients just work. Okay. Quantumoshi, says K. Archie. All right. Edward Santana says, kaboom. BK in the house. Shout out to Edward. Kaboom. Indeed. Let me drop a bomb. Patient Potato says, buy bits. Indeed. Stack the bits, in our opinion. So if you're just tuning in, we've been talking about who the real Satoshi could be. Will the real Satoshi stand up? I think it's best that he remains anonymous. Probably one of the most enigmatic anonymous figures, the most interesting anonymous figure, if you ask me. I mean, who's more interesting of an anonymous figure than Satoshi Nakamoto, guys? I mean, you have Banksy out there, but I mean, Banksy never did anything close to what Nakamoto did. So, it's definitely an interesting character. Queen's Racist says, whoever admits they had made Bitcoin is getting sniped out the box office. Indeed, snipe them out the box. K Archie says, tell Satoshi I'm single, by the way. Shout out to K Archie. Welcome to the chat box. The real Satoshi, good question. Bit Papa says, what if crypto was a black pool slush fund for dark wars? Well, this article kind of addresses that. 4 reasons to believe the deep state or the NSA may have created Bitcoin. And number 3, it says that crypto could benefit the deep state. The deep state would have loved to have crypto back during the Iran-Contra affair with Oliver North. It could be a way for the deep state to have financial infrastructure outside the watchful gaze and control of institutional finance, says the article. So definitely that's a possibility as well. Chim Busy says Satoshi's the real Nigerian prince. That's a funny one. Shout out to Chim Busy. Pepe El Toro says Bitcoin is the next world currency. I think that it already is. It's kind of gone over people's heads, but it already is. Dab Master J says, Bit Papa, that's a good question. Kaboom. Shout out to Dab Master J. Welcome back to the population of the chat box. It's been some time since we've seen you. Let me drop a bomb for you. What would the world look like if fiat fails and everyone is only using decentralized crypto? We just don't know. We're no crypto maniac waters, deep waters, no crypto maniac has swam in before. But it could be like back in the days when there was no fiat and people would still have currencies backed by gold, where gold was more valuable. The deep state stopped the crypto fund in 2018. 2017, too many Joe Smos made tons of money. You're right. Nano Joe says Veritasium will be a top 5 crypto in 2020. Let's see. The only thing, that I kind of throws me off of Veritasium is that the founder has the majority of the bag as far as who holds the coins, and Veritasium is an ERC20 token, and I'm still questioning what the future of ERC20 tokens is. Honestly, who invests millions in Bitcoin if they don't think or know it's going to be big, says Queens. You're right. D-Rock says if fiat fails, they'll EMP us so we can't use digital currency. But you know what, D-Rock? I've heard that you could still do transactions on the Bitcoin network using like Morse code or whatnot. I don't know how true or not true that is, but it makes kind of sense so that you could, whether the internet gets knocked out, if people have walkie-talkies and they can still run nodes kind of like that, or some way with Morse. Look into it. I don't know the complete details to that, but I've heard some explanations. Well, remember the internet was the CIA, so we can still make some dough in Lambos, says K Archie. Indeed. Hobby 428 says lots of people using Ethereum. Have you seen FOMO? Team just made beach to Satoshi. I doubt it. And who's still doing FOMO? I mean, like that thing was like old. It's been months since I've seen people talking about it, except today. I'm not interested with those games. Pepe says 2020 is the real singularity. As the halving approaches, I believe that there will be a kaboom in the Bitcoin price. MasterCard took their brand name out of the logo. You just see the 2 bubbles. Interesting. Veritasium and NYC is the biggest concern for me, sitting duck for Funny Bunny takedown. Right. There is a lot of regulation in NYC. You make a point. When Veri had the RCO, not a lot of tokens were sold, so they went back into Veri's inventory. Veri is also selling their tokens over the counter for big investors. Yeah, I heard all about that. And, I mean, I don't have too much bad things to say about Veri, but I do am concerned that there's not too many coin holders. There's not a lot of distribution with the coin holders. Crypto Power says they can afford that, and it is more digital with the card name in it. Without the card name in it. So yeah, you're talking about MasterCard, removing the name MasterCard and just leaving the 2 bubbles. Interesting. If you're just tuning in, we've talked about who the real Satoshi could be. Is it Craig Wright? We don't think so. Is it the deep state, the NSA, or the CIA, perhaps? Or it may be even an AI singularity. I have an interesting video link down below. Could it be a group of people? Could it be one person? Drop a comment here in the population of the chat box. If the real Satoshi could please stand up, let us know. Or if not, remain anonymous. It's all good. The Mikester says Bitcoin crypto is the future, but here in Spain, some people are having problems with the banks like ING, and they have blocked their account to send fiat to exchanges. They're going to try to stop us, says the Mikester. Okay, that's interesting. And, you know, we talked about Venezuela yesterday, that the Bitcoin volume has gone up. The trading's gone up exponentially out there as the economy tanks. You know, what I'm questioning for a lot of people out there in these places that are having problems with their bank, wouldn't it just be easy to use fiat currency to buy a gift card, like a MasterCard or a Visa gift card, and use that MasterCard or Visa gift card online to buy crypto? That's something you may want to consider out there. Go to the store, to your local pharmacy or bodega or wherever you can get a gift card, buy it with fiat, and then use that gift card online. You know, we know that Binance now is accepting credit cards for crypto. So that could be a workaround. I don't know. And you may want to check your local or state laws, whether that's legit or not, but something you may want to consider. I wish the NSA would send me a damn husband, says KRG. All right. D-Rock says, if we get EMP, I seriously doubt the average person will know how to use Morse code and know the Faraday cage. And know what a Faraday cage is. That's cool that BTC can be sent out like that, though. Yeah, you're right, D-Rock. I mean, you know, I was just, you know, thinking of all options, but you're absolutely right. You know, if we get EMP'd, we got a lot more serious problems than cryptocurrency out there. If you get EMP'd, you need real assets and real supplies. You need water and food first. Banks are legacy and old. I don't respect PayPal either. The future is crypto. Had coins in 2017 like Naga or Crypterium. Got on their ICO. It is the future. No need for third party, period, says Crypto Power. Shout out to Power. BitPapa says, if we get EMP, we'll have way more problems than payments. Indeed, BitPapa. And we've talked about it. You know, get yourself a nice water filter. The Berkey is the one I'm looking at. You can filter even lake water. So it's non-potable water that could be filtered and turned into drinkable water. I'll have that link down below through the Amazon affiliate link. So if you buy one, I get a little kickback. And, you know, it seems like a boomer. I think I'm going to get that one. Right now I'm using the zero water filter, which is good, but that's not like a disaster supply. And then, you know, we talked about in the past, you know, having some fruits or veggies in your backyard or some sort of a little garden out there, just in case we get EMP'd out there, boomers. K. Archie says, if we get EMP, I'm going to be that rich bitch in this neighborhood. I got food gardens. There you go. There we go. Shout out to K. Archie. Welcome to the box. A crypto chick booming out there. Let me drop a bomb for you, Archie. The thing with crypto is that it won't expose your information every time you buy something like a CC. Right. Indeed. Indeed. Nano Joe says the Big Berkey is the shit. I've been using one since 2011. I also have the fluoride filters installed. There you go. You see, Nano Joe can attest to the value of the Berkey filter. It takes out all fluoride. It can filter non-potable water, and it's definitely a disaster supply out there. So I'm thinking of getting one. It's about $300. Somewhere around there. So, you know, something you want to consider. D-Rock says EMP is extreme. I just was thinking that would be the case. If fiat failed, it would be mass panic and the barter will be implemented. Yeah, you know, that's why you got to have some supplies out there, guys. You know, just have some supplies there, you know, some food and water, you know, not to be a prepper or whatnot, but it's always good to have some supplies. It makes you more self-sustainable. CryptoZilla says Big Berkey water filter system is currently unavailable. Okay, it seems like they ran out of stocks. Did you click the link down below? I haven't checked it lately, but that's an Amazon link, so it should be read up soon. Derek says, what cities do you live in? If we get EMP, I'm in Chicago. Right, know the lake. I'll be good fishing. So there you go. Lake Michigan, so he could fish out there. Indeed. K. Archie says, you know how to make a water filter, right? You know, I've heard different ways, but, you know, the Berkey seems very reliable. Prepping is the best insurance policy. This includes precious metals. We've talked about silver and gold several times here, and we've seen silver and gold go up in price. What's the price today with silver? Gold is up 1.10% today. It's at $13.09. Silver's currently trading at $15.67. CryptoZilla says, yes, your link. yeah, so you know, I got to check that link and see if there's a better one. But you know, if not, just look, you know, search it for yourself. Big Berkey water filter. So the story behind this Big Berkey water filter is that somehow it was commissioned by one of the queens of England, or the Queen of England, some time ago, and it's the same tech that they're using. That's why there's one called the Royal Berkey. Bury your hard wallet, says Pepe. Indeed. I'll take a few more comments and questions before we get out of here, guys. If you're just tuning in to catch up what's going on, we've questioned who the real Satoshi is. After I came across a thread on Reddit that was talking about Craig Wright's post. You know, Craig Wright's the founder of Bitcoin SV, claims to be the real Satoshi. Most people don't believe him, but someone's asking if there's any merits to Craig Wright's claim being Satoshi. It links to one of his recent articles on Medium. It seems like the majority of people over there on that Reddit thread are saying that he's not. It's simple, move the coins. Anything else is just bullshit, says Plaz Smoke, one of the posters there on Reddit. A few other people are saying something similar. All he has to do to prove access is that he has access to Satoshi's wallet. So it's so a transaction of one Satoshi, but he won't because he isn't Satoshi, says Dojo Master over there on Reddit. So most people don't believe him. That led us to question who really is Satoshi. And we came across an article on ccn.com that was posted just a few days ago. And it's titled 4 Reasons to Believe the Deep State Created Bitcoin. Those 4 reasons is, number 1, they did create part of it for sure. The SHA-256 algorithm was created by the NSA in 2001. Number 2 is Satoshi Nakamoto means central intelligence in Japanese. That's something interesting that I didn't learn until today. You could see the evidence supporting that in the article linked down below. Number 3, that cryptocurrency could benefit the deep state. It's something that BitPapa mentioned, a way for the deep state to have financial infrastructure outside the watchful gaze and control of institutional finance. Deep state would love to have had cryptocurrency during the Iran-Contra affair, says the article. And finally, the Department of Justice cybercrimes prosecutor explains how Bitcoin helps catch criminals. So they say that this is a way for people to, for the deep state also to track criminals, is their final reason that perhaps it was created by the deep state. And then finally, we link to this video on YouTube titled, Was Bitcoin Created by an Artificial Intelligence to Rule the World? And this makes the case that the singularity could already have happened, and that Bitcoin is the largest supercomputer, and indeed it's an AI that wrote the code, and what it's trying to do is gain more computing power, and that the AI itself has a back door to the algorithm, and it's going to use, or is already using, all the terahash power for itself. So let me know what you guys think about that. That's basically the TLDR of the broadcast. Shout out to Revolutionist. Looks like you're late. Yeah, you are. Our Cardano General. Let me drop a bomb there. We didn't talk much about Cardano today, but hit rewind and see who the real Satoshi could be. Definitely, we don't think it's Craig Wright, though. Satoshi's probably the NSA. After all, the NSA has a white paper from the 90s about crypto and digital money. Now the deep state has their mouthpieces. Craig Wright. You may be right there, Nano. Crypto Power's betting that Satoshi is Steve Jobs. Okay. Crypto Power also says he misses many channels from 2017. There were so many. Champagne is the best. The quality and passion. Thanks for doing that. I can't understand why many went on a hiatus. Yeah, you know, crypto is just not as exciting as it was in 2017, but it's still exciting for me. And we still have crypto brothers here in the population of the chat box. So we're here every day, guys. D-Rock says, if he's really Satoshi, he better never let the public know. He will be broke or dead within 24 hours, and the code will be broken. Bitcoin Cash is up because he's trending. It's working. I think it says D-Rock. I think that he's pushing. I don't think that he's pushing not Bitcoin Cash, but Bitcoin SV. And you're probably right. You know, I don't think it's to anybody's benefit to actually reveal if they're truly Satoshi, or if it's to Satoshi's benefit to reveal who he really is. That's why I don't think Craig Wright's him. Why would you even say it? You know, if you weren't going to actually reveal it. Jigger Rome says, Bix Weir says Satoshi's Alan Greenspan, who's also supposedly some great computer programmer. Yeah, I've heard that theory as well. And, you know, that could be. Is he part of the deep state? Maybe. I know Big Sweer thinks that he's one of the good guys. Kaboom. $5 from Jigger Rome's dropping some coins back for some whey protein for the baby champ. Thank you, Jigger Rome's. Another crypto brother showing love here on the box here. He's got 5 on it. Shout out to all the boomers that are dropping some gratuity here in the population of the chat box today. Jigger Rome's got 5 on it. Guys, do you have 5 on it for baby Champagne's Formula Fun? And we buy him that formula that has whey protein indeed, so he's not looking like Vitalik out there, skinny and frail. Shout out to Jigger Rome's and the rest of the boomers that dropped money in the bucket today. I appreciate you guys. Mike Measy, Bit Papa, Queens Races, Cliff Martin, and the rest of the boomers out there. Thank you so much out there. Thank you, Jigger Rome's. I appreciate you. Keep booming out there. Let me drop another bomb for you. Nano says Big Sweer also said EOS would hit 250 by September 2018, and Litecoin was going to 20K by December 2018. The dude is sketchy. You know, I think that no one knows the answers out there, guys. No one really knows the answer. Everybody's trying to be the authority and make these predictions, but no one really knows the answer. Crypto Power says, thanks, champ. What a power crush. Shout out to Power indeed. Let me drop another bomb for you. Guys, drop a comment here in the population of the chat box. Drop some gratuity in the super chat if you feel generous today, or drop a positive comment. Just drop something and build on top of the live stream out here, guys. Let me know that you're out there, that you're not hiding in the crypto closet like a crypto cuck out there. And also drop a comment. Let me know who you think the real Satoshi is. Is it the deep state? Is it Craig Wright? Is it the AI singularity? Is it a group of programmers? Is it just one crypto maniac out there? Is it the guy that Newsweek said was Satoshi? What's this gentleman? I don't think he's Satoshi either. Let me show you a picture of this. Is it this guy? Let me show you a picture of this guy here. Is it this gentleman? I doubt it. Newsweek thought this guy was actually called Satoshi Nakamoto in real life. And they bum rushed his house. Dorian Nakamoto is this guy's real Satoshi, but he says he's not. And I doubt it as well. On that note, guys, I think I'm going to let you go. Be back tomorrow with the Crypto Kaboom after I hit the gym. I'm on my off day today. Resting, sleeping good, eating good, continuing on the Mad Cow strength training program, trying to get stronger every day. If you're not putting more weight on the bar, do it right now. Become a stronger boomer immediately. Stop being a fat boy out there playing PS4 till 3 in the morning. Stop being a degenerate, fapping all day to Pornhub and RedTube, guys. Stop it right now. Become a strong boomer. Get on a weight training program. Eat healthy. And continue to stack those crypto coins. Get yourself a water filter. Grow a little bit of fruits or vegetables in the garden. Eat some grass-fed beef out there. Drink some milk instead of that soy out there. And stay strong, boomers. Indeed. Shout out to Crypto Power. D-Rock, Derek McLean, Nano, Queens Races, Jigger Rome. Thank you once again for the $5 super chat. D-Rock, Revolutionist, Bit Papa, all my crypto brothers out there. I'll be back tomorrow with the good crypto energy. Make sure you hit like, and again, hit the gym. Go outside, get some vitamin D. Let there be light on the crypto valley. Stay strong out there, guys. And everybody go grow a full beard, says D-Rock. Cut that beard off. These guys looking like Che Guevara, like Fidel out there, like commies. I need you guys buttoning it up, sprucing it up, and staying clean out there, boomers. Indeed. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Shout out to all you maniacs. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.